Happy Thursday. I'm the Grace Strega, and I'm here to give you your daily collective read for today. We are going to be getting started on our daily collective read in the next few minutes. We are doing things a little bit backward today. We are going to be doing personals, one card readings for subscribers first. If we have enough time, we're going to hit the daily collective read. But if you would like to get on the list for today, the list, as always, is open. As always, it is 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of 23 or more for my subscribers. Things in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps. Those are pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. Prior to beginning today's daily collective read, we will be doing a brief update on what we've been seeing in the cards over the last few days. If you, as the cards fall to the floor, give me a minute. I gotta pick up these cards. Already? These cards today, man. All right. If you'd like to catch that full reading, you can find it over on the place where we keep the videos. You can also find it on the place where we keep the photos. You can also find it as a podcast over on my spot and over on my stack. But before we get started today, first and foremost, most important question, how are you doing? Scale of 1 to 10. There are no wrong answers. I have some good news for you. Saturn is stationing direct. Okay. I told you we were hitting the apex of the eclipse of the retrograde season. We're going to start to have some planets that are moving, that are starting to progress forward again. Now, the thing about it is I want to bring this up for any of my Pisces babies. All those Pisces babies, just be a little bit conscientious. This is just something I've been noticing, okay? This is just what I've been noticing whenever Saturn keeps on moving back and forth across the meridian of Pisces and Aries. Every time it does, it feels like it triggers a pseudo-Saturn return. We got some time before that happens again, but I want you to make sure that, I want you to remember that we're still, even with some of these planets starting to come out of retrograde, we're still in a very, very heavy retrograde season. Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't jump to conclusions. Please don't jump to conclusions on things right now. I've been saying this whole retrograde season. A lot can be happening under the surface that you might not necessarily be aware of. And again, the one thing, and the thing about these retrograde cycles is they can bring old frustration to the surface. They can bring up old wounds. But being able to navigate it with a sense of compassion for the self, and also for a sense of compassion for those around the self, it's how we effectively get somewhere. And I'll tell you right now, it's not the fact that they're like, I'll tell you, there's going to be energy. And I kept on saying, like, don't allow this retrograde to be one where you're just spinning out on frustration. Because what happens, like when you're spinning out on frustration, you're like, it doesn't get you anywhere. But moving the frustration into something that feels energetically productive. Every frustration becomes a new lesson by which we can grow. This is having a big impact right now across all of the frequency cycles. And we saw it a lot in yesterday's reading on masculine, feminine, and non-binary energy. The other thing I need to warn you about right now is the fact that when I'm reading for these energies, very, very different places. Everybody, the retrograde has everybody in hermit mode, but for different reasons. Now, for masculine energy, and there could be, I'm going to stress this, there could be a lot of confusion when we see the energies in different modalities, because the space by which they're going through different things. I keep on hearing when we're when we're working through catharsis, the ability to identify and recognize what we need in those moments allows us to effectively become each other's poultice, of being able to become each other's healing, versus, putting pressure on something that already is feeling somewhat vulnerable. Now, this is really important right now because we see that for a lot of masculine energy, bearing in mind, this is not based on gender, but what one feels most aligned to. Masculine energy right now, going through a lot of inner child healing, potentially feeling like every time they turn around, they're being triggered by something that feels like it creates a vulnerability in the self. But this is what we also talk about, because we recognize that for a lot of the masculine energy, one of the things I've been seeing is coming up is understanding the difference between fortifying the emotions, right? The space by which we honor emotions isn't just letting everyone know that we have them. It's good. That's a good start, right? It's a good start. It's a good start. You're feeling things. Lovely, lovely. But it's not enough. It's not enough just to feel the emotions. We have to fortify the emotions. And how do we fortify the emotions? We run them up and down the stairs of the self. We ask ourselves why we feel the things that we do. Because the frustration point that we often recognize is anger, is more times than not, is wrapped up around fear, right? And it's not the fact that fear isn't healthy, but the reason that we do the work to fortify our emotions is because, and this is what we talk about, this is literally what this is all shadow work is, okay? Like shadow work is feeling the emotions. I have a feeling, right? Having a lot of feelings about it, having a lot of feelings, right? Not projecting the feelings before, but not, that doesn't mean suppressing them, doesn't mean suppressing them. It means navigating within the self why we feel the things we do. And often, I guess, especially when we navigate anger, we often find that there's a fear behind the anger. But again, sometimes the fear is healthy, right? That's a healthy boundary, right? Being like, well, I'm angry because of this fear, which fears and feels energetically logical. But the thing is, fear does not have any sense of logic. There's no logic board in fear. So our own ability to kind of work through the things that we're energetically afraid of help us determine if the anger that we feel is something that needs to be communicated to others, right? The effective like right to be worried, right? It's like the right to be concerned, the healthy fear, versus the fear that we're doing our work to kind of clarify or dispel within the self. And that would be the fear that, again, where does that fear come from? So often it comes from old childhood wounds. Sometimes it comes from, triggers that occurred. Trauma builds triggers in weird places. So when we do the work to kind of grab that flashlight and investigate where our fear is coming from, so too do we start to resolve and recognize that we're less angry all the time. Because when we feel angry, we don't project it, we inspect it. Feminine is going through a lot of this work right now. But the thing with feminine that I keep on seeing, and it's the absolute energy, it's the absolute opposite. And that's what I meant, like making sure you're not getting your wires crossed right now. Bearing in mind, this is not based on gender, but what one feels most aligned to. Feminine is working through the frustration, is deep in the heart of pragmatism, is what I keep on seeing right now. There is feminine energy that is working deep within the heart of pragmatism. And what's the problem with working deep within the heart of pragmatism? There's some feminine energy that's just simply recognizing that you could literally be doing everything. You could be doing everything under the sun, and someone would still say that you are doing something wrong because you're not doting upon them. Right? You could literally be doing everything. You could be doing everything. And even in that modality, there would be someone that is holding resentment because you're not energetically doting upon them. And so for a lot of the feminine working through those frustrations, right? A lot of the work of the feminine basically identifying this is also the feminine working through or healing from situations wherein, again, right? Like, and this is what we keep on seeing in relationality to this. The only energy that should ever be doted upon is little tiny energy, little tiny energy, because we often recognize that the ability to effectively feel angry is something that arrives at maturation. And when we are feeling when we're feeling frustration upon our frustration, and again, you see the interconnection point of these lessons, when we're doing our work to understand our anger appropriately, then the space by which we feel angry because there's a lack of doting is something that should not be mollified, because that is often something that is necessary. That is one of the first trauma triggers that we have to work to heal from, because when we're very, 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 very young, when we can't energetically communicate, we actually have that trauma trigger that's built in, because how else are you, if you don't have the words to communicate how you feel, how else are you going to get your needs met if you're not hollering about the fact that you're not being energetically doted upon? So this is a lot of the feminine energy going through a maturation process, while we see a lot of the masculine energy doing a lot of inner child healing. Makes a lot of interconnectedness there. We've also got non-binary energy, and non-binary energy is working through the frustrations of comprehension. I see a lot of non-binary energy right now working through desiring a relationship that does not require exposition, not feeling like one has to give another person a treatise in order to understand the nature of the self. So for a lot of the energy in that modality, I feel like there's a lot of discernment that's potentially happening right now in the span of relationship. Potentially also because a lot of this energy has been hurt by those approaching them for relationship who have not done their shadow work effectively. And often, again, connected to the other lessons, the understanding that when we don't do our shadow work effectively, we have a lot of strange feelings that don't make sense because we haven't done the work to investigate them. It's the energy that is effectively like almost like, and it was funny too, because you can go over to the stack and see the cards I pulled yesterday. There were cards I did not lift that dropped in the non-binary reading because it was the space by which it was another person's shadow work. And it was like a little bit of the energy saying, your shadow work is not my responsibility. Don't, if you're going to come to my door, make sure that you've done your shadow work before you arrive, because it's the space by which the energy is not in the condition by which they want another person to feel like they're in relationship, but truly they're just working out something that they haven't effectively worked through. This is like it's understanding why we talk about the importance of knowing oneself before you enter partnership, because the more that one knows oneself, the safer that the energetic counterpart is. Now that is where we find all of the energy prior to beginning today's daily collective read. But if you'd like to find that full reading, you can find it over on the place where we keep the videos. You can also find it over on the place where we keep the photos. You can also find it as a podcast over on my spot at Tarot Church and over on my Stack. I also want to invite you guys to join us in our next tarot class, which will be held on Thursday, December 18th at 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern. We will be continuing our studies into the tarot with a focus on the judgment card. And all you need to do if you'd like to become a part of that class program is head on over to my Stack and become a paid subscriber. Your monthly subscription gives you access to over 9 hours worth of material in the Tarot Church Library Class Archive. If you become a founding member, you'll have access to over 20 hours worth of material. It's not necessary to catch up. I do my best to give you an update on everything we've studied in each class, but now it's a beautiful time to join. You've got a whole month of time ahead of you if you want to start boning up on some of those classes. I also would like to take this opportunity to invite you to our very first retreat. We are going to be traveling to Italy, the cradle by which we first have the first mentions of tarot being discovered. We're going to do a little bit of work to understand the tarot deeper through very focused study on the tarot, but also through moving through the spaces and places within the Italian culture to help to build a better understanding of that culture, to understand why it was the perfect place for the tarot to find a home and why it was so energetically accepted. You can find that all over on my Substack, and I hope to see you there. That said, we are going to get started on today's daily collective read in the next few minutes, but if you would like to get on the list for today, the list as always is open. As always, it is 3 cards for a donation of $29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of $23 or more for my subscribers, Binks and Mylayo. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps, pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. We are also going to be starting today with 1-card readings for subscribers and personal readings. We're going to see if we have enough time to move into a daily collective. So if you are a super fan and would like a card pulled, you can go ahead and put your question in the comments. If you would like to become a subscriber, all you need to do is head on over to my head on over to the top of the screen, hit that subscribe button. I'll be happy to add you to it. I'm also going to take a moment to read over some of the comments that came through as I was reading. Also, if you are on the hold list and would like to be added back to the list, all you need to do as well is let me know your name. Just go ahead and comment and let me know the date that you were put on hold. I'll be happy to add you back to the list as well. How are you doing today, Abby? Welcome, Sunshine. Good to see you. Avincer, welcome as well. Custer, how are you doing today, Sid? And welcome, Sleepy. How are you doing today, Inked? And how are you doing today, Brittany? Good to see you. Sid, thank you so much for the likes. Deeply appreciate when you guys like the live. Please remember we're doing 2 giveaways today. The first reading giveaway is going to be a reading giveaway when we get to 50K likes. So make sure that you're tapping that screen and we'll get to 50K in no time. And Bayside, thank you for joining us as well today. Welcome, John. And how are you doing today, Melanie? Hi there, Bridget. Good to see you. Gobble day to you too as well. And thank you for sharing the live. Always appreciate when you guys share the live. Welcome as well, Rainbow. Thank you for those gifts. Hope you're having an absolutely beautiful day. Hello there, Elle. Per, if I'm correct, yep, it is. Oh, thank you, dear. I hope you're having a lovely day as well. Rainbow, allowing myself to feel anger is progress after suppressing it. I think that that's beautiful, and continue to do that work in that journey. And I will point out, we're seeing that it's interesting because I want to stress for all of the energy right now, it is about processing feelings, and it's working through the feelings that feel like they're like honor. It's working through the space of honoring the emotions, like the emotions that feel like they're energetically valid versus the work that we're doing to kind of effectively work through things. Yep, feeling is different from how you express that, what you say and what you do. Feel it to heal it. Tap to claim, Rainbow. Beautifully stated. And thank you as well, Grand Rising Jana. Happy day to you as well. Oh, thank you so much for the compliment, Ivana. I appreciate it. As I mentioned, we are going to get started on today's Daily Collective. Before we begin the Daily Collective, we are going to be doing one-card readings for subscribers first, as well as personal readings. So if you would like a personal reading, you can get on the list. I'll be happy to, we'll be doing those first today because we are on a time crunch. We are also going to be doing one-card readings for subscribers first today. So if you are a subscriber who would like a card pulled, you can go ahead and put your question in the comments. If you would like to get on the list for today for a personal reading, the list is open. I'm taking very few personals today, I will stress. So if you'd like to have one, please get on the list sooner rather than later if you would like to have that reading. Also, please remember that if you are on the hold list and you are looking to have a reading today, make sure to comment. Just put your date on when you are added to the hold list, and I will be more than happy to add you back to that list. All right, just bear with me a moment. All right, I've got this here. Perfect. Excellent. And thank you so much, B Jazzy, for the gift. Okay, we've got a request for an animal spirit guide card. Also, please remember, if you would like an animal spirit guide card, make sure that you are recharging your heart knees. Super fans who have heart knees recharged also get animal spirit guide. We've got an animal spirit guide card for Ivana, please, and a one card. Your animal spirit guide card right now is the boar. So this is effectively, one of the things that I feel like we often see when we're navigating through that type of energy is not letting yourself get too triggered about something, right? I keep on hearing observe, don't absorb. Give yourself a moment, give yourself a beat before you energetically react to something. I'm going to give you your one card as well. Yeah, especially, and I need to stress this too, I think it's really interesting that you asked for the animal spirit guide card before the one card, right? So I keep on hearing making sure that you're not bringing visceral reactions to logical conversations, or recognizing when someone is trying to make you upset. Bottom of the deck on this reading. Yeah, especially especially with it's funny too, because I keep on as soon as I started reading for you, I was like, don't don't let somebody's nitpicking bother you. Let it inform you, is what I keep on seeing. I feel like it's the space, I keep on hearing nitpicking, I feel like it almost feels like a situation where someone, it's like, I keep on hearing energy that doesn't know how to give compliments will often nitpick. Are you getting recognize that that's often the sign of another person's insecurity? It speaks more towards them. It speaks more towards them than it does towards you to a certain extent, is what I keep on seeing. And he says don't match another person's uncouthness if they're doing that, is what I keep on getting too. All right. Hold on a minute. Got you, Bridget. One card on counterpart connect. Oh, hold on. Good vibes first. Sorry, apologies. All right. One card for good vibes. Highest priority, please. What do we have coming through? You got to be more patient with yourself right now. What is this? you're not going to miss what's for you. And I need to stress this. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't be and that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be doing something, but it says chart your progress. Don't be so hard on yourself. I don't want you having a to-do list right now. I want you to have a got done list. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, especially with Page of Cups. You know, it's saying to me, I feel like there's something about you needing to add some recreation time to your schedule. Nobody's going to put it in there for you but you. That is you giving something back to yourself. You can be working and still doing something for you, is what I keep on hearing. Animal spirit guide, please. Yeah, especially with the seal. Like, the thing is, and I gotta stress this, when we're building our schedules, nobody carves out time for ourselves but ourselves. So make sure that you're doing that, okay? And I keep on hearing it's not selfish if it's reciprocal, because it almost says to me that if you do that, there might be some energy that kind of follows your lead in that way. All right, Bridget, one card on counterpart connection. Oh man, 3 card. This is a hard, I keep on getting, this is a hard holiday for them. They're usually working, is what I keep on getting. You know, and I feel like they're actually like, I feel like there's something that they're not this year and they don't know what to do with. I keep wondering, what do I do with my hands? You know, like I told you, this is energy that has a hard time relaxing. And I keep on seeing somebody stepping away from something. Yeah, like Knight of Pentacles, you know. It's almost like I keep on hearing, like it's almost somebody, I feel like it's somebody who's rescinding invitations right now. Right? I keep on getting they're like, it's like I keep on getting they're like not kind of, they're really not in a talking mood, is what I keep on seeing. They're very pensive, is what I'm getting. Animal spirit guide. Yeah, cow. You know, like I'm like, I feel like I feel like it's like insisting. I feel like there's almost energy that knows. And they're like, no, I'm straight up like, I love this for me, is what I keep on hearing the energy say. You know, like it's giving a lot of like, it's giving a lot of this energy of someone who's just like kind of desiring to unplug today. Oh my gosh, Rainbow. I am sending you so much. I am sending you so much support on that journey. I'm sending you so much. But what a loving person. What a loving person you've created. I want you to recognize that. Jana, excellent. Oh, Jana, absolutely, dear. You're on the list on the 22nd. Let me just find you. Hold on a minute. Jana, are you sure that you're on the list on the 22nd? Because that was Friday. And I'm not seeing you on the list. So if you could just check, if you could just send me the initial where the donation was sent, I'll be happy to add you back to it. I'm just looking over to see if I can find your name anywhere. Hold on a moment. Yeah, Jana, I'm looking here and I'm not seeing it over the last few days. So if you could just do me a favor and go check what the date was, I'd be happy to add you back to the list. I'll keep an eye open for it in case I missed it. Okay? All right, thank you. Oh, yeah, I can understand that. I think I'm sending you support on that journey, Rainbow. Angelic guidance for Beat, please. 2 cards coming out. Don't just be the energy that you want to see in the room, is what I keep on seeing. Right? Don't match energy today, be the energy that you want to see. And I know that's not easy. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, because I mean, look, when all you do, when someone comes towards you in a way that's not okay, right? Is you give them a "see, I told you" moment, right? Like everybody, like it's somebody, it's like it's all you do. Like when someone moves towards you in an unhealthy way, and all you do is match them, being like, look, I can get them to do anything, right? All I have to do is come towards them in that way, and they'll just be in the same modality. I keep on hearing when somebody comes for, like when somebody provokes you, remember who you are. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. Animal spirit guide. Yeah, the goose, right? No, 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 like recognize when somebody is trying to get you to dive, is what I keep on hearing, right? Like it's like feel like I like it's just don't like just I know how frustrating it is, but it's not I keep wondering, it's not your like it's not your job to teach lessons. Spirit sees everything. Yeah, we're doing one cards right now. We're also doing personals. If anybody wants to get on the list, you'll be the first person read for. I'm not going to be on for a super long time today. I wanted to come on to say hello, give a recap on our one cards. If we have time today, I will be doing a quick daily collective, but we're gonna see how we're doing in the time frame. The same day as the reading. October. You said the 22nd. You said the 22nd like it was yesterday. You can't be dropping on October. You got to put the October part in the 22nd, Janet. Jeez Louise. Hold on a minute. Why did you say the 22nd of June? Twas the 22nd of June. It was a bright day. Come on. Help me help you. Help me help you. Hold on a minute. October 22nd. Good Lord. A second. All right, I've got, okay, yes. Okay, thank you, Jana. I've got the highest gifter here, October 22nd. We're good. We got it here. Jana, you're on the list, dear. Okay, and thank you so much. Perfect. Okay. Yep, perfect. No problem. Okay, where were we? Okay. Avatar, one card on counterpart today. What are they banging on? Oh man, they're angry. Like somebody's angry. I'm not talking to them. They owe me an apology. This is somebody getting an earful from somebody, telling them to be a bigger person. And I feel like it's like I feel like they're like this is like somebody chewing their ear off about it. And I keep on hearing like somebody arguing, saying, why do I always have to be the bigger person about something? Yeah, they started it. Like I see somebody. It feels really familial. It feels really familiar. This is like it's like somebody like yelling at another person that they're going like you always take their side. It's always like why like it's giving like why do they always get a concession is what I'm hearing. Yeah, like they're tired. They're so tired. They're like they are exhausted in being the bigger person. Is what I keep on saying. It's like I feel like they keep on saying I don't want to. I keep on hearing them say I don't want. I want to stop being the bigger person. I want them to grow up. Is what I keep on hearing. Priscilla, the one cards are not that you can't purchase a one card. The one cards are specifically for super fans. So if you'd like to become a super fan, I'd be happy to do a one card for you. If you'd like to get on the list for a full reading, it's 3 cards for a donation of $29 for non-subscribers. It makes so much sense. The boundaries are being tested so much. And then I remember, but here's the thing I want you to understand. I don't want you to be a statue. I want you to be statuesque, right? Because a statue doesn't feel anything, right? A statue does not allow something to bother the self, right? It's not about being a statue. It's about like helping another person remember what's important. Because I kept on hearing, remember who you are. I feel like that's almost something you have to say to another person. Like when did you become like this? When did you change? Is what I keep on seeing. What happened to you? Like almost saying to somebody like, are you okay? In like the best way possible, you know? Oh, I missed the October part. I apologize. If my eye slid over the October, then that was my mistake. Yeah, it is funny. Thank you. Okay, but no, it's not like that, right? No, because it's not. It's more of a gift that I like to give back to the super fans, right? It's not like that's the way we kind of work it here. All right, one card, angelic for Jess, please, and thank you so much, Tallow, for the follow. What's going on here, Jess? Yeah, you can be as protective as possible. Set the tone. I feel like you got to kind of put down the rule for somebody. I feel like you have to say to someone, "Look, you can come here, but this is what you can't do." I keep wondering if you rule the roost, then you get to articulate what the rules and it's interesting. You're like the first, like I feel like it's you having to say to someone. I keep on hearing. I keep on hearing sanctuary does not mean you can say anything. Sanctuary is respecting, creating a safe space for everybody who is present, is what I keep on hearing. So I feel like there's something about that. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, like I keep on hearing, like I keep on getting it's not like I feel like I almost hear you having an argument with someone being like, I guess I can't say anything here in here. And being like, yeah, you can't if what you're gonna say hurts another person, is what I keep on hearing. I literally see you saying to someone, you can say, like, you can say anything unless you're trying to hurt another person. I don't let people hurt people here, is what I keep on hearing. Like, that's what I keep, like, I feel like it's you having to, like, explain to someone the nuances in relationality to them. I keep on hearing, because when you say something that hurts another person, that's an entitled position, right? So it's like you almost saying you can say anything so long as you're being empathetic in the space by which you're saying it. Animal spirit guide. Yeah. Like it's like it is like I feel like it's you having to say to somebody. It's like, I feel like I keep on it's a very strong, it's a very fiery, I know this angelic, it's a very fiery angelic presence, which kind of often says like check yourself before you wreck yourself. But it's like it says it's like speaking with passion is like think about what you're saying, right? It's like being mindful with your words, but also understanding, like I keep on seeing, it's like I keep on hearing the feeling is fortified. Like I keep on hearing you having to explain to someone feelings are fortified not because we feel them, but because we do the work to understand why we feel the things we do. I feel like that's you like having to have a conversation with someone, and the fact that no two feelings are alike. Like feelings are not honored until they're fortified within the self, you know? There's no winking on it, Rainbow. Be jazzy, one card, one card for counterpart connection and angelic guidance. Well, I mean, are you asking for angelic guidance on counterpart connection? Because I can do that, because those are two different readings, be jazzy. Can I get, and for anybody who's interested in a one card right now, your super fan status will give you access to a one card. And if you are a super fan who would like access to our subscriber only disco, just message me with the disco icon and I'll be sending you that invite. And if you are interested in a special class coupon, send me the word class. And if you want to find out more about the trip that we're taking in August, message me the word trip. One card for counterpart connection, angelic guidance, advice for Be Jazzy. No, two. They wanted two, you get two. Trust yourself. You should not have to explain your standards to someone more than once. You tell someone once and then you pay attention as to whether they're honoring them. Healthy energy does not make you repeat yourself in relationality to what your standards are. Or explaining, no, I keep wondering, correction, healthy energy does not require you to have to explain why you have a standard, is what I keep on, like why you have one in the first place. Yeah, right? Unhealthy energy will be like, that's odd. Like, be like, why, like, oh, like that standard you got kind of weird, being like, no, it's not, it's actually very normal. Like, don't let somebody make you feel weird for having standards in the first place. Animals, yeah, if you can explain, like don't get in a conversation with someone over something that's obvious. Your is like it won't be, and if somebody crosses, like if somebody crosses a boundary, they're like the counterpart, your true counterpart will not get in an argument as to whether there should be a boundary there in the first place. The thing that they'll be saying, the thing that they'll be saying is, "I am so sorry," is what I keep on hearing. Like it's not going to be a debate. It's going to be an apology, is what I keep on hearing. And I think and I feel like there's something about understanding. I don't know if this is something that you're healing from or something you got trauma around, but they're saying that it's like, don't like recognize when someone is trying to bring you into a ridiculous conversation. Yeah, I don't let people hurt people here. Tap to claim, Rainbow. That's very much me. I always step in when someone hurts another. Thank you, Jess. Yes, please. Yeah, we're doing one cards first today, Billy. How are you doing? Blessed Rising. I love that. Blessed Rising. You're so welcome, dear. One card. Everybody wants Angela. Everybody, I know that. You can tell Saturn Station Direct today because everyone's like, everybody's got like a drink. You're all like holding a shot glass. Angelic guidance, please. All right, I'm ready to go. Everybody. Oh my gosh, we're having fun here. Hold on a minute. Can I get an angelic guidance? See, this is why I came here today. Everybody in the room just asking for a little angelic guidance. Can I get one card, please? Highest party messages, one card. I think you have to love them through it. I know, love them through it. And I keep on hearing, love them through it does not mean that you let things go, is what I keep on hearing. Like loving someone through it can sometimes be the modality by which you have to say to someone, like, look, I don't care how you feel about me. I care about you. Right? Like even even in the space by which another person, it's like even in the space by which another person like throws the kitchen sink at you, you'd be like, I don't know what you're going through, but I care about you. But I almost feel like you almost have to say, like, but I almost feel like I feel like you have to say to someone, I love you, but I love me too, is what I keep on hearing. It's okay to say that. Some love requires distance for that reason. And I keep on hearing, you putting distance between a situation does not mean you don't care about someone. It is literally you saying, I love you, but I love me too, is what I keep on hearing. Yeah, bottom of the deck, Seven of Swords, right? It's creating the space by which we don't, like, love doesn't require us to put up with things. It requires us to articulate when something is not okay, is what I keep on getting. I owe some people animal spirit guide cards. Animal spirit guide right now for Billy. Seal. It's not wrong for you to put distance towards someone you care about that is not treating you well. Because then you can say, you can love them from a distance. You can tell them, like, some energy, if they haven't done the work on themselves, some energy is not safe to love. I know, it stinks. It stinks. But that's why, like, that is, like, you can articulate that and say, I'm not putting that distance there to hurt you. I love you. I love me too. I hope that there's the modality by which another person gets help. Like, that's what you're basically saying when you have to do something like that. Sending you support on that journey. One moment. Makes sense. I shouldn't have to explain. Well, I mean, I need to stress this. So here's the thing. You should have to explain. Like, it should allow once, right? Like, the conversation should happen once if there's any disambiguation between why, and I keep on hearing, because I need to point this out, be jazzy. Trauma builds triggers in weird places, and some triggers like to masquerade as boundaries because we haven't done the work to resolve them. So as long as we understand, right, as long as something that we hold is logical, if we've done the work to understand why we feel something about something, like, it shouldn't create a debate upon the fact that we feel that way. It should be a conversation in terms of how to navigate the boundary, right? Which is either the space by which you say, this is something that I'm working to heal within myself. I would like this boundary to be gone one day, but today is not the day, versus a space saying, this is non-moving. This is a non-negotiable standard, right? So as long as you're doing the work to disambiguate between those points, another person should honor the fact that you've done it. They shouldn't be debating you upon it. Avatar, I'm happy to give you clarity on anything you might have some confusion about. Absolutely. You're so welcome, dear. That one, which one are you asking about, Billy? Abby, these are one card readings for subscribers. So if you would like to become a subscriber, all you need to do is hit that super fan and you'll become a subscriber and you can have a one card, or you can send a donation for a full reading. Hi there, B Jazzy, welcome back. Hey Creative, how are you doing? Okay. Oh, make sure you have a safe travels, Bridget. Say a lack of self-love. Absolutely lovely. Yes, hold on a moment. Yep, thank you guys for supporting each other in the comments. The last one card was the last one card we did, and thank you, Abby, for the follow. The last one card we did, you were the one before the last one. Yours was the angelic message with the 6 of Cups. Did you catch the reading, Billy? If you missed it, it's on the place where we keep the videos. We haven't done the collective right now, Prime. We're going to see if we have time for it. We're doing one card readings for subscribers first, and we're doing personals before we get started on the daily collective, because we do have a little bit of a shortened amount of time right now. Be Jazzy, I've got your animal spirit guide for you here. And guys, if you want an animal spirit guide card, please make sure that you're recharging your heart knees. You know, it's I feel like I think that there's something in relationality to, well, this is why there wasn't an animal spirit guide for you. So yeah, that's what I keep on getting, like, especially like, and this is what I mean. Like I keep on, and it has a continuation on, yeah, like it has a continuation point on what you were asking in relationality to, like this is what I mean. The difference between, like, this was the caveat that I spoke about, right? You shouldn't have to bring, you shouldn't have to bring any type of energy to someone asking, like in the space by which you say, I'm not okay with that, right? So this is something that bothers me. I keep on hearing there's a difference between the desire to know, someone being like, can you tell me a little bit more about that so that I don't do it again, right? So like you can tell the difference between someone that says, can we talk about that more because I want to make sure that it doesn't happen again, versus someone being like, well, what, like that, like someone who tries to project on you. Like I keep on hearing, like, you shouldn't have to navigate another person's projections in the space by which you articulate the fact that something isn't okay with you, right? Because often when someone starts to get defensive about it, it's usually amplifying exactly why we had the boundary in the first place, right? It's like the buzzer goes off, being like, that's all I need to see, right? It's like observe, don't absorb, if that occurs, is what I keep on getting. Creative. One card general for creative, please. Woof. Wow, heavy threes. You got 2 cards coming out today. This is a hard day for someone. I don't know why. I feel like this is a hard day for someone close to you. I don't know why I keep on hearing it's a hard anniversary. There's something happening today. Remember, if there's a hard anniversary around something. So potentially talking, like I keep on hearing, like checking in on someone you haven't spoken to in a while is what I keep on getting. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, like it's giving me, you know, it's giving me a little bit of energy. Like I feel like it's almost like it's giving me a little bit of energy of someone who, like, I need to point out, like sometimes these days can be very triggering, like especially if we've been navigating a lot of changes. So I feel like there's something about that. Like it's funny because as soon as I started reading this, you know, just kind of like letting another person know. I keep wondering, like, you can do, like, you can say to another person, hey, I'm thinking about you, without putting them on pressure on having to respond, is what I keep on seeing, you know. Animal spirit guide. Yeah, especially with the cat energy, you know, like, I feel like it's almost like the, um, like, I feel like it's almost like the energy of someone, like, working through like, I keep wondering if they're abrasive, it's because they're hurting. So I keep on seeing, like, don't be reactive. You know, just, I feel like, just navigate something with a sense of compassion. And I feel like it's like, I think that there's something too about having a conversation to someone in relationality to a conversation now versus a conversation later, right? Like, I feel like it's almost, I almost feel like it's almost like, I feel like you have to, like, have a conversation with someone, um, like, about, like, I don't know why, it almost feels like a little bit like read the room kind of energy. You know what I mean? Like, or working through something in that way, you know? Or I keep on hearing, like, helping someone younger understand why someone, like, may be in the modality by which you find them. You know, like somebody being like, I almost hear somebody being like, "What's their problem?" And you almost saying, "Well, let me tell you a little story." You know what I mean? Like, almost you being like another person, like, just not understanding because they don't understand, like, another person's history or their experience upon something. You know, I keep wondering, let it become an educational moment, not let it become an educational moment, not an angry moment, is what I keep on hearing. Thank you, dear. All right. And hold on a minute. Rainbow, I'm looking for your question. I'm not sure if why it didn't come through. I'm just checking. And we're going to get started on personals in just a moment, friends. So if you'd like to get on the list, you'll be the second person read for. 3 cards for a donation of 29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of 23 or more. Oh, I see it here, Rainbow. Please hold. Okay. Rainbow. Woof. You asked these questions for the 1 card. No, it's a beautiful question. It's a big question for a 1 card. What shadow am I being called to focus upon at this time? Guidance on how to approach it. So can I get 1 card? Yeah, thank you. Holding on to resentment does not allow the ability to change experiences. And I feel like there's something important there too, because I do feel like, yeah, it's saying, like, I feel like it's a conversation of speaking towards another about building new traditions, is what I keep on seeing. You know, I keep on hearing, like how helping another, like, I feel like helping another through the modality of experience. Like, I feel like it's almost like somebody around you becoming aware of rough patches. But I keep on seeing, like, the thing about, like, the thing about rough patches is that we can create new, like, we can create new traditions, we can create new possibilities. So I almost feel like almost allowing a moment where another person is feeling frustration, like helping them kind of work through the space by which they can move that anger and frustration into something that feels positive or beautiful or reaffirming, is what I keep on seeing. Like, allowing it, I keep on hearing, like, yeah, like, again with the air dragon, um, you know, I feel like I feel like it's like, I keep on hearing you having to say to someone, like, you know, old resentments is how things got all knotted up in the first place. So I almost feel like the space by which you're helping someone, I keep wondering, you're helping someone learn how to navigate through their anger, right? So I feel like allow that space by which, I keep on hearing, you leave room for it, but then you try to help. I keep on hearing, like, you help them see the energetic possibility of how that force could change into how that force could be applied to change into something better, is what I keep on hearing, right? So it's not, I keep wondering, it's not the fact that, I keep wondering, it's not the fact that the anger is not justified, but the anger that we move into something that becomes beautiful is what I keep hearing. You're so welcome, Jazzy. All right, where were we? Creative, good to see you today. All right, continuing. Oh, sending you support on that journey, Rainbow. No, I know. I know, and I'm glad I was very glad to be able to answer that question with the one card. You're so welcome. Happy turkey, Dad Dada. I feel like it's not even your anger shadow. I feel like it's almost like it's like you kind of seeing that in another and almost like allowing that to be a context of inner child healing, you know? Yeah. Again, Mars and Cancer might be a beautiful guide for that. Mars and Cancer is really kind of that air dragon that we saw. You're so welcome. All right, guys, again, one card readings for subscribers. If not, if there's any more subscribers who are not seeking readings right now, we are going to be moving into personals. Jana, you are the first person on our list for today. Can you please let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer? Just a reminder, we are doing one cards and personals first today before we move into the collective read. So if you'd like to get on the list is open. You'll be the second person read for. I am keeping the list very short today. So if you want to get on, please do so sooner rather than later. It's 3 cards for a donation of $29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of $23 or more for my subscribers. Links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps, pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. Excellent. One moment, please. All right. We're doing a general relationship and yes. Hold on, I'm going to do a counterpart reading for Fig quickly, and then we're going to do Janice general. Woof! 2 cards right now. I feel like I see somebody who has nowhere to go this year. You know? I actually see somebody hanging out with a friend who's in the same situation. I keep on hearing, like, let's make this a new tradition. Is what I keep on hearing. But they're making, I feel like I see somebody like, this is like best friend energy. I feel like they're almost like spending it with their best friend in some way. Yeah, like look at us. Like, look I feel like it's funny because I keep on hearing it's like they're making a lot of jokes, but like it's very, I keep on hearing it's a very sardonic holiday is what I keep on hearing. So like they're doing something. It feels very much like inner child work because they're being very energetically sardonic upon something that's happening. Animal spirit guide. Yeah, the air dragon, you know. I feel like they're doing the work for each other to help lift their spirits is what I keep on getting, you know. I feel like it's very bittersweet. Yep. I see you, Fig. All right, and thank you, Ryan and Sonia, for getting on the list. If anybody else wants to get on the list right now, you'll be the 1, 2, 3, 4th person read for. And Ilya, if you'd like to get on the list, all you do is send the donation via my tree that is Binks in it, my Lio. 3 cards for $29 or more for non-subscribers. Just a reminder to any of my subscribers who are here, if you would like to join our subscriber-only disco channel, just send me a disco gift. I'll be happy to send you the invite. If you would like a discount on our class program, message me the word class. And if you would like a information on our retreat trip that's happening this August, message me the word trip. Okay, you're so welcome, Fig. All right, we are now doing a personal read for Jana. Before we begin, let's warm up our intuition muscles with an intuition check. I've got the animal spirit guide cards here. I'm going to pull the card. We're going to count back from 10. When we get to 1, I'll reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bull. Thank you guys for participating. We'll do that again after the next reading. I will probably take only one more person on the list for today. So if you would like to get on the list, please do so sooner rather than later if you would like to secure that spot. I'm going to pin up Jana here. We're doing a relationship, please. Hold on. Somebody wants another deck. It's an angelic. Where'd it go? Yeah. That's the card. Okay. Thank you. Good Lord. Somebody needs to learn how to stop. Like, I feel like I see somebody who has a tendency of when they're upset saying what they don't mean. You know, it's a bad habit. It's a bad habit. That's what I'm getting. That's what I keep on seeing. But like, and I need like, it's usually Libra. People with Libra placements are so bad at this, man. It's always a Libra. It's always somebody with Libra. Because like the thing with like, yeah, like yeah, and I think you like the thing, and you know, here's the funny thing, like you'll use, and I need to point this out. Like you always got to give Libras a pass with this, because Libras will say something, and they will immediately like, and I need to point this out. Like I keep on getting, it's interesting. So whenever I read for this, I always hear Libras get a pass, because Libras will pull it, like you will never see somebody pull it back so quicker than a Libra. Like, and that's the thing. Like I keep on hearing Libras always get a pass with this. I don't know why this keeps on coming through, but the reason I keep on hearing Libras get a pass is because the thing is, like, you have to understand that what happens with Libras, I need to describe this. It's very different when this happens with Libras, because when Libras are always working on balance, right? And that the reason when Libras say it, right? When Libras say something like that, it's because they're working on balancing so hard that it's often that moment by which they get so frustrated that it's like they're trying to hammer out the equation, is what I keep on seeing. And so it's like that moment, and that's why you will never see anybody say something that they don't mean and pull it back just as quickly than a Libra, because Libras will say something like that and go, like, because they'll recognize, even in the modality by which they are trying to rebalance, like, you know, the fact that they're like working through proportionality. The difference when we say things we don't mean, we don't sit on that. We don't sit on it, is what I keep on hearing. We don't drop a gauntlet, is what I keep on getting. Because I keep on saying, like, when we say something, and this is what I keep on hearing, and this is why we had the bull energy. When we say something we don't mean, and then we hold on to it, then it feels like a gauntlet. You know, I feel like that's often the space by which, like, and I feel like that is different, because that is the modality or moment, and the thing that I think you have to say to another person, right, if you're going through that with them, is, and I feel like it's not even about you and them. I feel like the thing you have to say to another person is that somebody is impressionable, right? Like, I almost see you having to have a conversation with someone and say, like, look, I see you. I can see you saying, like, look, I can handle your tea. Is what I keep on seeing you say. I can almost see you saying to another person, like, look, I can handle your tea. I know. I keep on seeing you almost having to say something like, I know. Like, I know. And this is the thing about it. Like, sometimes we recognize this. Somebody being like, I can handle your tea. I know. I feel like I see you knowing somebody so well that you say you can tell the minute that they say something that is like so, like when somebody knows each other and then you say things like that, and then like that's why I keep on hearing like old relationships often get the gift of being able to speak hyperbolically to each other because they know each other so well, right? And that's the thing, we never bring hyperbole to new relationships, but old relationships like old relation, you're like, ah, you know what I mean, like because you know the bonds of love like the bonds of love are there, right? They can be, you can rattle chains. You can rattle chains in an old relationship because you know, like I can almost see you saying like to them like get out of here with that, right? It's like it's the modality or the experience by which you know, like I feel like it's like you having to say to somebody like I know you, but they don't, right? You have to I feel like you have to say that. You have to say you're giving like I feel like that's I keep on hearing you have to understand. And I feel like it's almost like you having to say to another person, you know, like what happens, like you're giving somebody the wrong energetic lesson because I keep on seeing the shape by which I keep on hearing the shape by which somebody else sees two people who have known each other forever, having a forever argument is what I keep on hearing, a forever argument. They might take that type of energy into a new relationship. And that's what I keep on seeing. It's like I feel like that's the conversation that you need to have with someone in terms of someone being like I keep on seeing like that. I keep on hearing like that's often why, like, and I feel like it's like I feel like it's almost like you having to say to somebody like they have to ease their approach, you know? Like I feel like it's like, and I almost see you saying like it's almost like you having to say to someone like, look, that person can't see the love there if all you're doing is being irascible towards them, right? And I almost see somebody like I see somebody whose love language is potentially, like the thing about and often I get this with those with Libra placements. Like Libras love to pick things apart. Libra's love language can often be like, like you get really invested. They're like, you know what? Yeah, this is how I do it. Like this is how I would do it. And being like, but another person will experience that, and all they'll hear is criticism. Right? Like all they'll hear is criticism. They won't recognize the fact that the criticism is the highest compliment because it articulates the fact that they're interested. So I feel like you have to say to someone, have you tried adding, like you need to bring a little bit more encouragement there. You need to bring a little bit more appreciation. You need to let someone know you care before, I keep wondering, before you tell them how you would do it, is what I keep on hearing. So, and I think that it's hard because I see this here, like I can see, and I feel like it's hard because I almost see you saying to someone like, I can handle your strong tea, but others are just getting the bitter, right? Like, and I want you to kind of like, so I think that there needs to be, I think you need to have a conversation. Like, it's like, it says to me, I feel like you need to have a conversation with them upon it, is what I'm getting. Because I just keep on seeing, like, I feel like I see a situation, and it's interesting because it doesn't even feel like it's between you and them. It feels like you having to say, like, look, you need to change your approach. Because I almost see you saying, like, I can see the love that you're trying to bring to someone, but you have to recognize that they can't, is what I keep on getting. Bottom of the deck on this reading. Yeah, like especially like the thing with the moon card is I feel like especially with the moon card, what I'm seeing there, I feel like I don't know if this is a situation where you're often feeling like you're in a position where you feel like you have to explain another person to someone, you know? And that's a hard place to be because often, and I feel like that I keep on hearing, we never want to have to be in a space, right? I keep on hearing when we are in a space by which we have to explain to another person why someone is the way they are, the ship has already sailed, you know? Like it's really hard because it's almost like you're having to calibrate for another person's disappointment. So I feel like in that like and I keep wondering it's not the fact that something there can't be fixed, But I almost feel like it's almost like you having to say to someone, like, they don't know you care about them. You know, like if there's like if you're trying to navigate an argument between them and another person, I feel like you need to introduce to say, I want you I want you to I want you to imagine the fact that that person can't see the care in what you're trying to give them, right? So I feel like there's something about you kind of helping them work through that almost says to me like this is you, and it's hard because I keep wondering, it's like it's a hard conversation to have with someone, but and I keep on hearing the conversation is empowered not by, I keep wondering, the conversation, think about having that conversation not in a space of accusation but in a space of education, which is like you can have a conversation with someone and you can hold their hand through it, right? You can say like, look, I know that this, and the reason you have that conversation, you say, I know that this is not your intention, right? I know that this is not the perception by which you're trying to navigate. But you, I keep on hearing like you, it's like almost like you have the gift of outside optics to be able to help another person potentially see what their own energetic blind spot is. And I keep wondering, like, as counterparts, this is often the work we do to support one another, right? Which is not the space by which we have to say, not the space by which we have to effectively defend why someone is encountering them the way that they find them, but almost saying like, listen, I want to make you energetically aware of this so that maybe you can do some work to kind of resolve or absolve that between you and that individual is what I keep on seeing. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Jana. And if this message connected to you as well, because it does feel to me like there's something about that counterpart connection where I almost see you understanding someone completely, but they're in a space by which they're frequently misunderstood. You know, thank you so much, Jana, for having that reading with me. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. But I need to stress this, right? Like you have to be in a space by which another person it can have that conversation, right? I keep wondering, like making sure another person is receptive and isn't going to get defensive. I don't feel like I'm picking something up in that energy by which they would be defensive about it. But I feel like it's almost like you having to say to someone like, look, I'm telling you this so that we can grow from it is what I keep on hearing. Thank you again, Jana, for having that reading with me. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to get on the list is open. It is 3 cards for a donation of $29 or more, 4 cards for a donation of $23 or more for my subscribers. Links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I don't read for across these apps: pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings, and you can book private readings on my site. I'm going to take a moment to read over some of the comments that came through as I was reading. The list is now closed. Yep, I've got you on the list, Avatar. But if you'd like to get on the list for tomorrow, you'll be the first person read for. All right. My ex-husband was a Libra, and that happened a lot. It happened every time. Like the thing is, like, you know, like and I feel like the thing about it is Libras will pull it back just as quickly. You can usually tell a Libra because they'll have those moments. It's like I call them like the scale tip where they'll be like, you know what I mean? It's like, and then they go, whoa, they go like that very quickly. But other energy, like the thing is, I often see that like Taurus energy often has the modality by which they don't recognize like the path of correction, because it's like I keep on hearing like when you don't articulate the fact that you didn't energetically mean it, another person is just feels like the gauntlet's thrown, you know? And I feel like that's what I was kind of seeing there. Yeah. They were also Libra. And that's what, I mean, not all Libras. Like, this is something that, like, here's the thing, like, every energy has Scorpios do it too. Scorpios and Libras, man, they do that, you know? They do that, you know? Yeah, absolutely. I keep having these moments where I feel like my kiddo, I don't have it. Oh, that's wild, Rainbow, really? That's fascinating. We can definitely read upon that. Wow, that is intriguing. Yes, I understand completely. Thank you, Jana. Oh, that's wild. Yes, thank you for confirmation, Jana. And thank you, Marquis, for the follow. I understand perfectly. You're welcome, dear. All right, we're gonna continue. Yeah, you know, like I'm telling you, it's the Scorpios and the Libras, man. They kind of, it feels very similar. The problem, like Scorpios will do it, and Scorpios will often do it, but the problem is Scorpios will do it as they're out the door. Like the problem, and I need to point this out, like when Scorpios do it, it hurts more because Scorpios only do it from like Scorpios do it from a place of truth. You know, like it's much worse when a Scorpio does it. Libras will say things they don't mean. Like Libras will say things they don't mean in a second and they'll pull them back just as quickly. When Scorpio does it, it hurts more because you know it's true. Right? The Scorpio, like you know, it's a lot of that. All right, we're gonna continue right now. The next person on the list is Ryan. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Priscilla. Can I have one card? Yep. Ryan, can you let me know if you'd like a general or if you have a specific question? Ooh. You know what? Your presence somewhere is necessary. I feel like there's something about this. Like, I feel like it's almost, I think that there's something, I feel like there's something, I don't know what, like, I feel like I keep on hearing, like, I almost feel like this is some kind of modality by which, like, you're going where you know that you're energetically needed is what I keep on hearing, you know? Like you're helping, like I almost feel like I see you kind of like looking out for somebody today or helping somebody through something is what I keep on seeing. Bottom of the deck. Yeah. I keep on hearing sometimes us just being present means everything is what I keep on hearing. You know? Like, and I feel like it's like, I don't know why, but I almost feel like you're like, I don't know, don't worry. I feel like don't worry about something that you're worrying about. They understand. Animal spirit guide with the owl energy, you know? Um, I feel like there's something there. You know, I think it's interesting because there's something I'm seeing in relationality to that almost feels, how do I describe it? You know, I feel like I keep on hearing like, I keep on hearing the message like, you know, sometimes we say to someone, if you ever want to talk about it, right? Like it doesn't require the space. We don't force, you know, some energy doesn't want to talk about things, but the ability of knowing that if they're ever ready to, we're here. Like that goes a long way is what I keep on hearing, you know? Yeah. Thank you so much, Priscilla. Okay. And thank you for the follow, Emily. Oh, I'm thankful for this community too, Esteban, and thank you for being a part of it. I hope you guys are all having an absolutely beautiful day today, and in whatever way you are having it, or whatever way you choose to experience it. And thank you as well, Emily, for the follow. Simple. These are donation-based readings and one free one card readings for subscribe for super fans. So if you'd like to become a super fan, I'm happy to draw you a card, or if you'd like to get on the list. The list is actually closed today, but if you want to get on tomorrow, you'll be the first person read for. Yep. You're welcome. All right, second call right now for Ryan. Second call right now for Ryan. If Ryan isn't here, oh hi. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. You gotta let me know. Okay, Ryan, if you could just do me a favor before we continue, can you just give me the first initial of the last name that you sent the donation through, please? All right. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, can you let me know if we are doing a general reading or if you have a specific question you would like me to answer? And before we continue, let's do an intuition check. I've got the animal spirit guide cards here. We're going to count back from 10, and when we get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Esteban, you have to pick an animal. What are you doing with all these extra animals? You were closer the first time. It was an air dragon. Focus, focus. Let's continue right now. Dial in, exactly. Dial in, dial in. All right. All right, I'm going to pin up Ryan here. Guys, make sure to give Ryan some love. Can I get 3 cards, please, for Ryan? Highest priority messages. Come. What is this? Come on. Yeah, one more click. Come on. Jeez. Thank you. You can't force someone out of their shyness. You know? What is this? You can't navigate another like the thing is like when you push up against when you push up against shyness, you often I need to walk you through something that you're experiencing. I feel like you're navigating a situation. Somebody's got a lot of trauma on something. You know? There is like I see I feel like, you know, I know that you wanted this to be a general, but it feels like it keeps on moving in the direction of like a relationship reading. And like the thing is when someone has a trust wound, there is nothing we can do to heal that trust wound. You know, it's just it's there it's the most you can do. And like I keep on like is and I feel like you've already done this to a certain extent. If you've articulated to another person, right? Like the space by which you say, like if there's something I can make like if you've tried to make energetic amends with someone, the thing with amends is like we leave amends where it lies and we move beyond it is what I keep on saying. Because you can't I keep on hearing you can't force energetic amends onto things because the space by which we apologize. I keep on getting apologies are gifts because when we apologize, what another person chooses to do with that apology is the gift that we give them, is what I keep on hearing. And I feel like you have to have that. I feel like it's not even you that you need to have that conversation with. I feel like you need to have that conversation with someone that's close to you, is what I keep on seeing. You know? I feel like it's almost like I see you having to navigate like some type of pushy energy. And pushy energy, like often someone who, I feel like I keep on hearing you can't, and I feel like the conversation you have to have with someone is you can't push apologies. You can't push apologies because all you do when you push apologies is often like, you know, and I keep on hearing like, especially and particularly in relationality to working through, like, I keep on getting this, like, and it feels like this is somebody it feels like you've been having conversations with a long time about, you know, like, I feel like it's like you have to help them understand warrior lessons. And warrior lessons, it's like, I feel like it's almost like somebody who has like a preconceived warrior. Being like warrior means I go after things. Being like, no, that's not what warrior lessons are about. Like warrior lessons are not about pushing upon things. Warrior lessons are about accepting the way things are and allowing that to effectively fortify the self as one continues forward. And I feel like there's something really important about that because I feel like it's like I almost feel like there's somebody around you like trying to heal from a relationship by trying to like will it into being is what I keep on hearing. And that's the thing about it. Like you can't relationships are mutual, right? I keep on hearing they require mutual agreed upon manifestation goals. And so I feel like there's something about that conversation that I feel like you need to have with someone in relationality towards, and I think it even has to do, like I keep on hearing, there's also this experience by which another person will say that they're being patient for someone. And I keep on hearing, our patience is a projection if another person does not realize that we're giving it to them, right? Like it's like I keep on seeing, like it's really like I feel like it's almost like I see some kind of observation of you trying to like help a friend through like control issues, right? Because then that's the thing about it. Like trauma wants us to control things. Trauma's always in the space of being like, I can change it, I can fix it. And often I keep on seeing, like, you almost have to say to someone, you want to fix something, fill your hands with the present, like get busy. It's like you want to like get busy, like you almost saying to someone, like get like work towards the space by which, like, whatever this is, like I keep on hearing, like, whatever this is, like, the way that you build into a better present is by making sure that that past could never occur again, right? It's like it's allowing, I keep on hearing, it's like the ability to effectively identify the fact of saying, like, and I keep on hearing, like, that's why it's a warrior lesson, because it's a modality by which we say something happened and I couldn't change it, but I was forever changed by it, right? And I feel like there's something really important about you having, like, helping someone kind of work through something in that modality, because I keep on hearing, and especially, like, I keep on hearing, especially if it has to do with somebody working through the context of like a relationship that they're still working to resolve or heal from, is what I keep on saying, right? Like I keep on hearing, like, I almost feel like you have to say to them, like, I can't let this go, and being like, okay, if you can't let it go, grow from it, right? Like allow it, like you don't have to let it go. You need to grow from it, which is the ability to understand that there's more that one can create around the self, is what I keep on seeing. I want to give you a bottom of the deck energy on this, and yeah, I know, like it's the hangman. I feel like you understand this. Like I feel like there's something about the fact that you have gone through. And I feel like I keep on feeling like this reading, it's not necessarily directed towards you. It feels like you trying to help someone else through something. And I feel like it's really hard because um like I almost see this space by which you're trying to say to another person, um like I feel like I almost feel like you saying, like I was in the same circumstance as you, you know? Like and here's the thing, like, yeah, I get it. You know, energy does not want to, energy never wants, nobody ever wants to hear, I know how you feel. Is what I keep on hearing. Because I see somebody, like I can see somebody working through the fact that they don't want to grow from it. Um, I think the thing that you would effectively try to identify or work through in that experience is, how do I describe this? Um, like help somebody, help someone remember that we have no, like, the future, like, out, like the future has wonders, is what I feel like you have to say that to someone. Like it almost feels like you need to give someone a pep talk about the fact that they don't. I feel like it's almost like you have to say to someone, I want you to entertain the possibility that you don't know everything. It's what I keep on hearing. Like I want you to entertain the possibility. And this is often hard, right? Because sometimes in those experiences by which we feel like everything is coming into like a limitation point. Like I almost feel like you have to say to another person, like, I want you to entertain the possibility of, and I feel like you know what, the thing you need to say to someone actually is, if they're feeling like there's something that they can't move away from, I want you to say, have you ever felt like this before? Right? because I feel like I keep on seeing somebody who's like working through something here where they have, I keep on hearing like, um, I keep on hearing like there's something in relationality to their own. It's almost like I keep on getting like somebody who has a little bit of this. Like I keep wondering, black and white thinking doesn't get us anywhere because it's like it's often like that type of demanding energy that causes like argumentation in the first place. Like I almost feel like somebody who's got some kind of like really like polarizing mindset by which, like I keep on hearing, and it's not the fact that they're as demanding on themselves, but I keep on hearing it's like you almost saying like they've got to start allowing some compassion in for themselves, because I keep on hearing like as soon as they allow that compassion in, like the compassion that we give others is only equally proportional to the compassion that we give ourselves. So I feel like it's like, it's like it's almost the space by which you have to help somebody understand that they need to start making more compassionate choices in relationality to being so hard on themselves, is what I keep on seeing. And I keep on hearing, especially as it relates to relationships, because relationships are not about being perfect. Relationships are just identifying where the work is what I keep on seeing. Thank you so much for having that reading with me. And I hope this helps, because I feel like it's interesting. Like I know, like I feel like it's almost like you trying to help another person through something in that way. And I can see a lot of concern around it. I hope this kind of helps in terms of being able to frame the conversation. Because I also feel like there's, I think that it's almost like it's also important too, because I feel like it's you kind of having to say to another. I need to stress this. If someone is asking you to talk to someone else on their behalf, this is why. Like, I feel like that's almost you saying, I can't do that. And this is why, is what I keep on seeing. You know? Like, I feel like that's what I almost see as well. Like, I almost feel like you having to say to someone, like, look, I can give you the tools, but I can't do it for you. Right? Because I keep on hearing, I almost feel like somebody having a tendency of talking to others about things instead of talking to another person directly is how somebody got into a situation in the first place, if that makes sense. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Ryan. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you would like to get on the list today, the list is closed, but you can get on for tomorrow and you'll be the first person read for. We are going to continue right now. The next person on the list for today is Sonia. Sonia, if you're here, can you respond in all caps? Let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question you'd like me to answer. No problem, Bijazzy. We are also at 22.9K likes. When we get to 50K, I'll be gifting a reading back to the collective. So make sure you're tapping that screen and we'll get to 50K in no time. Hi, Sonia. And just a reminder to any of my, I just need to take a moment to read over the comments that came through as I was reading. Emily, thank you for the follow, dear. You're welcome. Yes. It's got to be one of them. You're right. I'm better than this, Stefan. I'm better than this. That's great. That's what I kept seeing. Yep. I guess I need to ask for the rest of the body. That's great. That's great. Yeah. And thank you as well. Pav, thank you so much for the follow. Oh, how are you doing there, Moses? Absolutely. Welcome, gangster. No problem, dear. Ruby, we're doing one cards now. So if you want to do your one card, just go ahead and post it. I'll do it between the personals because we already went through the one card readings. We're going to be reading right now for Sonia, but just a reminder to anybody joining us, if you are a subscriber, pardon me, if you are a subscriber who would like access to our subscriber only disco, go ahead and put the disco GIF. Go to the orange icon, send me the disco GIF. If you would like to be added to the list, put in the word list. And if you would like to get information about the trip, apologies. If you would like to, I'm so used to saying list about getting on the list for a reading. If you would like to get information about our trip, go ahead and put the word trip in and when you send me a message. And if you would like a discount code on the class, go ahead and send me the word class, and I'll send you a discount code for that as well. Where were we? All right. Yes, hold on a moment. We're now reading for Sonia. I'm going to pin Sonia up here. But before we do so, let's do an animal intuition check. We've got the animal spirit guide cards here. We're going to count back from 10, and when we get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got the fox. We'll do that again after the next reading. All right, and where's Sonia? And thank you, dear. Where'd Sonia go? I got you. Energy around newish love interest. I got you, dear. Can I please get? And 1 moment, please. 4 cards for Sonia. Thank you for being a subscriber. 2 more. I know you're saying that they're newish. Like, I know you're saying that they're a new love interest, but like, it feels like, I don't know why, but like, I feel like there's something about this by which there's some kind of energetic connection between you and them having some kind of shared past. Maybe not like, I keep on getting maybe not shared together, but it says to me there's something in relationality to like, so there's some kind of past connection here. And I feel like even in that, like, I don't know if you guys grew up in proximity to each other or if there's something in relationality to that, because it does like, I feel like there's something about this that I'm just seeing that feels, I keep on getting, how do I describe this? It also could be some kind of shared trauma is what I'm getting to. And I feel like there's something really important in the ability, like, I think I keep on seeing that the one thing you might notice that's energetically characteristic in terms of being able to talk to someone is like, I almost feel like I see you saying like, you don't need to over explain yourself, you know? Like, I need to stress when I see somebody like this, it takes them time to open up is what I keep on hearing. And I'll point out the way you can usually tell that somebody is in that experience by which like, the difference between somebody that says, I don't want to talk about it versus somebody who says, I'm not ready to talk about it is often the space by which we understand and identify. Like, I just keep on seeing something here that's helping. I keep on getting, it's helping you because I feel like it's not the space by which you have to over-explain yourself to another person, you know? And I feel like that's really important because I feel like I keep on seeing that in a lot of past relationships. I keep on getting like, I feel like I'm seeing some kind of situation or circumstance by which you're kind of healing from like bully energy, you know? And the thing about bully, I need to point this out. The thing about bully energy is, you know, bully energy often makes us feel like we are overly sensitive, is what I keep on getting. You know? Like the space by which I keep on hearing like the space by which another person says, "Oh, you got to stop being so sensitive. Oh, that was just a joke." That's often the space by which that's the sound of someone testing us, right? Like that's the sound of somebody effectively like testing how far they can get, like how far they can get away with like bullying us. And that's what's hard with bully energy. Is like bully energy sneaks up on you because it won't be directly mean to you. They'll say mean things around you, right? And then if you get upset, they'll be like, "Oh, I guess I can't say anything." Like, you know what I mean? Like it's often the space by which a bully is not a bully to us, but a bully sees if we'll just energetically agree with them, you know? And this is important because I keep on seeing that I feel like there's something about like I like this relationship because I feel like there's something about you and another person. Like I feel like being like I keep on hearing like this it feels like when somebody who's energetically sensitive meets another person who's sensitive, it suddenly helps another person recognize that you are not the problem, is what I keep on getting. Um, so I feel like there's something important about that. And I want you to understand that if somebody you're coming towards right now is like I keep on getting if somebody you're coming towards right now is like I feel like it's hard for them to talk, you know? Like I almost feel like this is the type of relationship of someone who wants to talk to you right now, but like they're also healing. And so I feel like give it time. But and I think the most important thing though is make sure that you're talking about the manifestation goals. You know, because I keep on hearing like especially with the manifestation goals right now, everything you need to know like about someone in this experience, like someone who's in that, because I feel like it's interesting. I feel like you almost like experience like what's going on with you. You know what I mean? Like it's is it like it feels very Cancerian. I don't know if this person has like Cancer placements because like the Cancer placements like effectively and that's the thing with like the thing with Cancer energy, and it's like real odd when like Cancer is like when cancers are like trying to cut like cancers will often like you won't even know that they're hitting on you because they're it's like, oh, you're the Cancer energy, okay, thank you. But that's what I mean in terms of you potentially getting it, because I feel like it's a little bit of this energy here where there's like I feel like it's like you and another person like navigating mutual shyness. Like I almost get that there's something about this here. And that's what I mean. Like you and another person potentially are very well attenuated to understand each other. Because I almost see that something about that is like I said, you've got a lot of the same things that you're working towards. But I keep on hearing the problem is when you're both experiencing trauma like that, it can be I keep on hearing like it can be hard to like open up to one another. So I keep on hearing be the energy that you hope to see in the room is what I keep on getting. Bottom of the deck on this reading. Yeah, Knight of Wands, right? It's like a lot of this like I've got a lot of this like Knight of Wands energy around somebody, so it feels very like I gotta stress that the amount of wands that I see right now in this, like, in this energy, like I keep on getting, it's like it feels very dreamy. And so I keep on hearing like make sure that you're being clear in terms of like what someone is looking for in a relationship. You know? I keep on hearing, like, I don't know why too. Does this person travel a lot? Because often when I see a Knight of Wands, bottom of the deck, and I've also got like an 8 of Wands here, like I feel like it like, I don't know why, but it almost feels like something that someone does practically makes it hard to build plans. So like I keep on hearing, like, that means you have to be very clear in terms of what you can realistically expect, is what I keep on saying, because that's the only thing with the fact that I see all of these wands everywhere, right? Like almost having to talk to someone about like what one can realistically expect, like making sure that the practicals are not getting pushed aside based upon mutual interest, is what I keep on hearing. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, Sonia. If this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. If you'd like to get on the list is closed, but you can get on tomorrow and you'll be the first person read for. We're also at 28.4K likes. When we get to 50K, I'll be gifting a reading back to the collective, so make sure you're tapping that screen and we'll get to 50K in no time. I'm going to take a moment to read over some of the comments that came through as I was reading. Esteban. Yes, and thank you. And you know, look at Ruby. Ruby put the type of dragon, and then she put the word dragon. Good job, Ruby. But you did do 2 animals. And thank you, Soul, for the follow. I keep having this feeling, oh, that's interesting, Rainbow. But I mean, like, I feel like there's definitely, everything you keep on indicating is giving indications that there's clearly some kind of karmic connection there, you know? Yeah, definitely healing from bullying energy. And I keep on getting, healing from bullying energy can be hard to speak. Like, it can make it hard to be able to speak freely, you know? Yeah, it's like, it's hard for them to open up. Yeah. Also both, yeah, I can see it, like mutual shyness. Like it's shy recognizing shy is what I keep on getting. Yeah, okay, you're a Cancer, you're an Aries. Here's the thing, Cancer and Aries can be really, really good with each other, but the problem is when you're feeling hurt, somebody's got to fix it. Because Aries, you know, like Cancer shut her up. And it's a little bit easier because like Aries, like with a Cancer, will recognize when a Cancer is shutting up and be like, I'm not going anywhere. You know, it's like, right, with like somebody like the right Aries placement will be able to like navigate that, because Aries, like, you know, Aries are stubborn enough to like navigate like it's like, you know, Cancers are like, it's gonna, you know, I feel like there is something there about being sensitive, especially about like navigate. But I feel like it's good because I feel like you're already like, there's a lot of there, like I Cancer. I mean, I really like a Cancer Aries partnership, you know, because it's, you know, it's very strong. Is the best way I can describe it. Yeah. I was the one who asked to go on a date. Yeah, you know, that's interesting, especially. But here's the thing with Aries, it's like Aries, like the thing that's wild that people don't recognize with Aries are actually incredibly shy. Like Aries have a lot. They have a lot of shyness when it comes to like they're good at what they know what to do. Like they're very good at what they know what they're good at, but like putting themselves out like in that way like can sometimes create a lot of shyness, which is why I keep on seeing, yeah, like they like, I always like to point this out, Aries, like it's funny because when you'll never know it with an Aries will be amazing at everything, right? Like with they hone, like Aries hone their craft, but the problem is with relationships is like you always feel like a beginner when you move into relationships. So like it's really interesting because Aries are often incredibly clumsy when it comes to love because you can't practice. We can't practice. You can't practice initiate. Like you can't practice in that space. Like the things you can practice in love, they're usually like when you hear like the thing. Like I guarantee you, the way you can usually tell if you want to suss out an Aries real quick is that meme where someone goes, "It's just practice," and Aries will be like, "It's practice." Like you know what I mean? Like Aries will get so angry when someone goes, "It's just practice," being like, "What are you talking about?" Like you know what I mean? It's like no, like it's not, it's like they get it, you know what I mean? Exactly. The relationships have been, yeah, it's hard for Aries because you can't. Aries are good at things that they know that they can accomplish. We'll be like, "Hey, watch me do this." Like, no, no, that's millions of hours to be able to do that. It's like Aries are really good at doing something. Like Aries, you'll notice this. Aries will master doing something that looks like they just did it for the first time. I guarantee you that Aries sat in a room, whatever it is, they sat in a room for a day, for weeks, for months, for years to do something and being like, "Oh, that no, but that they can't do that when it comes to relationships." We're going to continue right now. The next person on the list today is Amy. Yep, exactly. They're really not good. They're not so good at the spontaneous things, but they're really good at making something spontaneous, making something that they have perfected look spontaneous. Because it's like, it always cracks me when once you see it, you can't unsee it. You know. I'm sorry. I find it really endearing. Yeah. All right, we're going to continue right now. The next person on the list right now is Avatar. Avatar, if you're here, can you respond in all caps and let me know if you'd like a general reading or if you have a specific question, a card you'd like me to, if you have a specific question that you would like me to answer. Oh, I got you, Ruby. I mean, I feel like it's interesting. Like, I feel like I see somebody. I feel like I see somebody who sees like a massive amount of potential in you. But I almost feel like it's a bit of energy of someone like surprised that you're there. Like I feel like it's almost them like genuinely shocked that there's something like something that you're doing that you're interested in. You know what I mean? Like it's giving me a little bit of that energy. Like I feel like it's somebody, you know, it almost feels like somebody like very like having some kind of investment point in terms of like your future or like kind of saying like, like I feel like I see somebody here. Like I feel like it's almost like them like I feel like they're happy that they're there, but they're worried about whether you'll be there permanently. Like I feel like it's almost like somebody worried that you're too bored somewhere, is what I keep on getting. Animal spirit guide. Yeah. You know? I feel like there's like that, like I feel like I don't feel like I don't think that that's something that you can control, but I almost feel like it's somebody who's like worried about that in some way. Right. Do I misread? Oh, okay. This is your question for the reading in terms of misreading or should not have drawn. Okay. All right. Hold on a minute. I love learning. Yeah, that's what I keep on seeing. That's what I feel like they like that about you. Like I keep on hearing like the fact that they see that. Yeah. One moment, please. All right. So I've got, hold on a moment. I'm going to pin up. Yeah. All right. Did I misread? This is the question we're asking. And guys, make sure to, before we continue, let's do an animal intuition check. All right, I'm going to count back from 10, and when we get to 1, I will reveal the card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got the water dragon. All right. And so we're now reading for Amy. Let me read something. Can I get 3 cards, please, for Amy? Hold on a minute. 4 cards. 2, and 2 more, please. So it's an interesting, I feel like I think that the question has to do whether you're working through something, like whether you're navigating it from a space of like working through something personal or external is what I keep on seeing. I don't think, I don't think that no, I totally understand because I feel like there's something that you're working through, um, like particularly and especially in relationality. Like the way I want to describe this best is, how do I explain this? So I hold on. I'm trying to like, I see a situation or circumstance where I feel like you're working, like I want you to, and if you're asking this question, if you're asking this question externally, because I keep on getting the reason that we need to have to take a beat and pause on this is because you have to look at the question externally and internally. Internally, you are being way too hard on yourself. Like internally, you are being absolutely too hard on yourself. But externally, the thing that I keep on seeing is having to work through others' expectations of you is what I keep on hearing. And the thing you have to recall, like the thing that's important as it relates to the expectations that others have for us is much like a manifestation goal. A healthy expectation is something that can be articulated. It's something, it is not a healthy expectation in any and all contexts is one that can be outwardly stated. And so I feel like it's really important because I see some kind of situation by which, and I like, and it's interesting that you utilize the space by which you articulated and you said, like drawing the line. Now, when you say draw the line, right? It's important, it's okay to draw a line, but the ability to explain to another what they are energetically doing that is requiring one to draw the line is the ability to identify if it's something that one is like, this is exactly what I mean in terms of, because I can see you going, did I go, like the way you can identify it is it's not enough to draw a line, right? Because often, and I'm going to kind of walk you through this, trauma builds triggers in weird places, and triggers like to go around masquerading as our boundaries, right? The trauma, right? The way we can usually identify what feels like a healthy standard is to be able to say to another, this is what you're doing. This is what I would like you to do instead. And this is how we're going to arrive at that. Now that is not exceptional, right? Because the ability of saying, look how easy, like, Look how easy I'm making it to allow for that specific situation to occur, is the space by which we articulate and identify what it is that we would like stated. Now, the hurdle, and this is how we can usually determine if there's something that we're asking someone to do, and it seems really, if we're uncomfortable stating it, if we're uncomfortable explaining why, then that's usually the sign that there's some trauma there that we need to work through, right? Like that's what we call like the weird energy, being like, well, what, like if we can't answer the why in relationality to why we're asking someone to do something, then there it, bing, 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 like there it is. Like there it is. Like that's what you have to pay attention to, right? So I think that there's something really important about that, because I feel like I see you kind of going through a little bit of this like work within the self, and relationality is something you articulated. So I keep on hearing the space, like the space by which I keep on hearing you should never defy your own definition, is what I keep on hearing. And the reason we keep on, the reason that it's saying you should not defy your own definition, which is this is how we heal from anything that we're carrying that isn't healthy for us. Because if we're articulating to others to do things, and then we're saying why, and being like, none of your business, but then you ask yourself and go, none of my business. That's that that is often like, there it is, right? Like that's often pointing in the direction of something that we're not ready, like we're working on not facing or not addressing. So I feel like the important thing is, I keep on hearing it internally. Make sure you're doing that work, right? It's not the fact of saying, should I or shouldn't I drew the line. Ask yourself, why did you? Have the conversation, right? Validate and articulate to others, right? Being able to state that. If it's something instead, right? If it's something instead wherein we're identifying and recognizing, like if there's something instead where we're working through that, and that ability is something that is energetically articulated by another person, right? Like you doing that work and another person saying that you're being unreasonable for doing it. I keep on hearing, if it doesn't defy reason, then it's energetically reasonable, right? And the ability and the way you can tell that it's reasonable is because you can provide another person a clear explanation as to why. Bottom of the deck on this reading. Yeah, especially with the Chariot card in its reversal. I keep on seeing that, with the Chariot card in its reversal is working. I keep wondering, it's working through, like I feel like I feel like I see you kind of going through a moment right now by which like you're I feel like I see you like healing from things that don't make sense, right? And often the space by which we're healing from things that don't make sense, like I have to point out, trauma makes no sense. Like that's why often, like when you're navigating a traumatizing situation, the best thing you can do is move away from it, because, like I keep on hearing like trauma does not navigate questions well. So if you're in the space by which and you can tell that you're not the source of trauma, if you're very open to responding to questions, is what I keep on hearing. So don't let somebody project the fact that that is something too great that you're asking, if you have a logical reason for asking it. I keep on hearing, let the logic be your energetic guide. Thank you so much for having that reading with me, dear. And if this message connected to you as well, it's very common for those who need these messages to be here to experience them. We are doing personal readings right now. The list is closed, but if you'd like to get on the list for tomorrow, you'll be the first person read for. 3 cards for a donation of $29 or more. 4 cards for a donation of $23 or more for my subscribers. Links in my bio. Please keep in mind there are 2 things I do not read for across these apps: pregnancy and medical. Happy to give insight on anything in private readings. You can book private readings on my site, but if you get on the list today, remember you'll be getting a reading tomorrow. We're also at 38K likes. When we get to 50K, I'll be gifting a reading back to the collective. So make sure you're tapping that screen and we'll get to 50K in no time. And I'm just going to take a moment to read over some of the comments that came through as I was reading. No, you're not terrible. I don't think you're terrible at wording it. It was just a very profound question to ask. No, I understand. Yeah, thank you. Absolutely. And I hope that helped to answer it. And thank you, OF, for sharing the live. Always appreciate when you guys share the live. Well, well, I mean, here's the thing. Our standards are requests, right? And then we don't force our standards on each other. We observe whether we are willing to meet them. So yeah, I see this discussed a lot and how the standards are behaviors. No, the standards are the like to a certain so the standards that we energetically hold are the standards that we hold for ourselves. We can't force our standards on others. We can explain our standards, right? We can explain our standards, and then we can recognize whether another person is holding our standards in the same way that we ourselves do. Boundaries, we have our actions of others. No, boundaries are what happen when someone's pushing against our standards, right? Like that is the modality by which we experience something. And then, right, and then we articulate. Like a standard becomes a boundary when it is forced upon. And we wouldn't have to have standards if everybody was holding them. Yeah, we communicate those standards that can sound, but yeah, exactly. They should. Here's the thing: we communicate them as requests to one another, right? Because I can't force my standard upon you, right? I can articulate the standard, and then we recognize if we're holding it. Yep, I believe. Yeah, I think that we're saying the same exact thing, just in different ways. Well, and that's what I see too, dear. If you like again, Avatar, if you articulated the fact that you wanted to talk, right, and you gave the reason that you wanted to talk, like that is the observation. You can't force something. It's when we start forcing things that we have to start doing we have to understand like whether like how another person is energetically receiving it. I got you, Esteban. One card, highest priority, please. This is feeling good. You know, I feel like there's something, I feel like this is you. I feel like there's something about this in terms of you navigating circumstances professionally. I keep on hearing like professional isn't personal, which is effectively like I keep on seeing like working through something and not getting into like some kind of like energetic. Yeah, like I keep on hearing it's like it's saying to me like it's almost like above the belt kind of things, like not getting into like don't let somebody trigger you in relationality to like making something energetically emotional is what I keep on seeing. Like that's a hard part about it is like sometimes like and it's interesting that we were talking about standards like before this. Like just because somebody else isn't holding them doesn't mean that we ourselves don't, right? Like I feel like that's the space by which you're kind of like I feel like it's you kind of like I keep on hearing like and this is what we mean. Like I feel like I don't know I keep on hearing like that's why we can say to someone, I respectfully disagree, right? Which is the space by which you say, like, I'm not trying to have a fight with you, but I'm trying to convey the fact that there's something like the way you're doing something. I like it's like you having to say to another person, like, I'm not trying to go after you by saying something's wrong. I'm trying to say something's wrong because I think that there's something better that can be done. And often when we don't feel like we have that ability to speak like that can often talk about the impossibility of being able to be in a space. Like I keep on hearing a professional environment can navigate healthy conversation where others don't take dissent personally, they take it productively. Animal spirit guide, yeah, the blackbird, right? Because if you're in an unprofessional space and you're trying to move something along or like another person Like, I keep on hearing, like, another person, like, taking it as, like, an egoic wound instead of just understanding that, like, when you wanna get something done, the egos have to leave the room, is what I keep on hearing, right? It's the space by which you just let them happen. It just is like, and then they go, like, look at them go, and now we can go somewhere. It's like that, you know? Yep, absolutely. You're so welcome, dear. Yep, you can absolutely have that one card, Sonia. One card for Sonia, please. Yeah, we've got the 10 of we got the 10 of Pentacles in its reversal. So I feel like there's something you know, it's interesting too in relationality to your reading because it's almost saying to me, like, don't let another person lean in with their opinion when it comes to like understanding another, you know? Like, I feel like there's something to be said in relationality to consensus, which is often like I keep on hearing somebody being like, I heard, and being like, but do you know? Is what I keep on hearing. Like, like it's like energy being like, I heard, being like, you heard what? Do you know? Right? Like it's like I feel like there's something about that, you know? Um, bottom of the deck. Yeah, right? Because I keep on like I feel like it's like I don't know why it's like I feel like I don't know what it has to do with like others' opinions about something floating around. Like this is what we think about opinions. Like this is what we talk about with opinions, being like they come from all over the place. We fortify opinions with fact, right? We check the source. Is what I keep on hearing. Animal spirit guide. Yeah, the cow, right? Right? Like this is like I keep on hearing like I don't know why. It feels like there's some kind of like whisper down the lane energy around you about something. Okay. Yep, I got you, Ava. Good to see you today. All right. One card for Ava, please. Highest priority. Yeah, especially we've got the Temperance card in its reversal. I feel like I think that there's I feel like I feel like I see something that's happening right now. I feel like there's something that's happening, like particularly in the space of like navigating your own frustration, or something that I see that you're working on to a certain extent. Where how do I describe this? Like I keep on hearing, like I feel like it's a message from your higher self saying, stop apologizing for yourself. Is what I keep on hearing, which is the space by which I keep on hearing um, like I feel like I kind of see you work. I keep on hearing like it's like I feel like you're letting your intention guide you, and not. I keep on hearing like yeah, especially with like the four of wands in its upright. I feel like I see some kind of circumstance or situation by which I feel like I keep on hearing like, have you considered the reason why you feel energetically triggered somewhere is almost allowing, like, I feel like there's a lot of that expansion that you're going through right now, but I keep on hearing like the expansion point is just allowing yourself to feel the things you feel and just observe them. And I keep on hearing like, I can't imagine that anything that comes up is healing, is what I keep on hearing. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, especially with the otter energy. I keep on hearing like, even, I keep on hearing like, I feel like it's important to remind you that when you hear the word you, like when you hear the word you in your own head, who is that? Who is that? That's not you. That is the shape of your trauma speaking towards you, because we don't talk to ourselves like that. We don't use the you form when we're having conversation. Our trauma does, right? Thank you so much, dear. Yeah. One moment. You're welcome, Esteban. Yeah, I'm always asking for opinions from others. I need to learn. Well, here's the thing. I keep on getting, it's okay. No, I keep on getting, it's okay to get opinions from others, right? It's okay to get others' insight, but allowing, I keep on hearing like, don't let others' opinions cloud your own sense of judgment, is what I keep on seeing. So again, it's like saying, like, having someone like check the work, as it were, being like, is this something that I'm doing right? But not something like, what have you heard about them? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I feel like there's something about you being able to do something in such a way by which you're being more energetically productive by learning how to like trust yourself and making those confident choices, if that makes sense. Julia, good to see you today. One card, please. Yeah, we're doing one cards right now, dear. Happy Turkey Day, Julia. Where are we? Yes. One card for Julia, highest and best, please. Two cards coming out. I've got the 10. I've got the 10 of Cups in its reversal in combination with the two of Wands in its upright. So one of the things that we're effectively working through right now, or I feel like one of the things that you're working through, like I said, like I feel like I keep on getting the message you're going through a maturation process. And often the space by which we can recognize a maturation process is a space by which we feel some kind of joy, but we wish another person shared our happiness about something. So bottom of the deck on this reading, yeah, especially with the 9 of Pentacles in its reversal, I feel like it's you kind of having to navigate a conversation or a situation or circumstance that just, it feels like an amplification of working through, like, your happiness should be shared, right? Is what I keep on hearing. It's very similar to what we were reading for yesterday, right? The ability to kind of work through that. Yeah, and I keep on hearing like, don't, if it's not being shared, don't let it harden you. Let it remind you in terms of how hard you've worked for something. You know, like I feel like it's giving you like, let that be amplification on how hard you've worked, because I keep on seeing, like, I've got like a lot of this guide energy around you that's almost like having to overcome others' doubts in you in terms of I feel like this, I feel like it's like, I feel like, I feel like you're doing a lot of, every time I read for you right now, it's like your heart chakra's healing. And I feel like a lot of the heart chakra healing can sometimes be very emotional, because it's like, it's allowing yourself to expand through something instead of like, I keep on hearing like working through like the sadness, but finding joy on the other side of it, because I almost feel like the sadness is the compassion that you feel for yourself, is what I keep on getting. Yeah, we're doing one cards right now, Lisa. One card on counterpart for Per, please. We've got the 9 of Wands in its reversal. So this is speaking towards, I feel like I see some kind of circumstance or situation right now where you're effectively, like, I feel like this is you kind of working to have your, like, I feel like this is you getting better at kind of talking about your feelings or sharing your feelings with others, is what I keep on seeing. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, especially with this 9 of Pentacles in its reversal. Like the 9 of Pentacles, like the 9 of Pentacles really often talks to us about, like, I keep on hearing, I know you may feel out of place right now, but I want you to recognize that you're potentially going through a transition. Like something that you're working through right now is helping you like get to where you need to be, is what I keep on seeing. Animal spirit guide. Yeah, especially with the hawk energy, right? Like don't I keep on hearing like don't let like you're never late on your journey. And it's funny because like as soon as I started reading on this, like my throat chakra started to like lock up. So I feel like there's something about you like doing some kind of work in terms of energetically healing that is a lot. I keep on getting it's like the ability to kind of communicate upon what your needs are. I keep on hearing a need expressed is a need met. So you're getting better at talking to others about that, is what I keep on hearing. Thank you, dear. Yep, makes sense. You're so welcome, Sonia. Lisa. Okay, I love that question. Card for Lisa. um, I feel like there's I feel like it says to me, um, it's giving me the energy that the best of intentions is what I keep on seeing, but a lot of worry is what I keep on getting, right? And I need to point this out, like the thing when we're navigating, like when we're navigating through worry, right? Like I feel like it's like I feel like I keep on hearing like worry sometimes overrides empathy, right? So I see energy that has the best intentions, but they often allow the context where they let their fear get the better of them, is what I keep on hearing. Bottom of the deck. And I feel like the reason that's coming through is being able to help. I keep on hearing if you experience that, like navigate it compassionately, right? Like the space by which you understand that something that you're receiving feels like it's energetically fear-based, like almost like say to yourself, like, what can you do to help them through the fear, right? Like, what can you do to kind of help them recognize like the difference between the fear and the empathy is what I keep on getting. Animal spirit guide. Yeah, especially with the stag energy, you know, like I feel like there's like I feel like there's something important about that in helping. I keep on hearing like fear is fortified with experience, which is the space by which like I keep on hearing like not from what you hear, but something that occurred is what I keep on seeing. So I feel like there's a lot of work there that I see that you're potentially doing in helping. I keep on hearing like think about outreach is what I keep on getting, right? Like helping another person understand and identify the energetic limitation between their concern versus like I'm speaking towards you, Lisa. Like I keep on seeing like almost like I keep on hearing like helping them see things with a braver approach because I keep on getting like empathy exists within bravery, right? They're mutually linked. So I feel like it's almost like you kind of having to navigate that and articulate that in a way. Like I keep on hearing if there's any kind of rigor, allow it to be an educational moment is what I keep on getting. So like and I feel like it's often like it might kind of and it's interesting too that you say it might require you to have to repeat yourself on something is what I keep on seeing. Like I almost feel like there's something important about that too that I'm identifying. All right, continuing. That makes sense. Yep. Minnie, one card on their energy towards you. Can I get one card? I mean, I feel like you and another person are on the same page here. Like I feel like it's like I see this relationship that you're creating with someone. Um, I feel like the hard part is like locationality is what I keep on seeing, you know, potentially having a discussion in relationality to where that is. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, especially I keep on getting like especially with the Four of Swords and its reversal. Um the Four of Swords in its reversal, you know, the one thing I keep on seeing too is I feel like it has more to do with the idea. Like I think they keep on like it's like whatever. I feel like it has something to do with this trip that they just energetically took, or something that you're effectively identifying here, because I just keep on seeing. Um, like I don't know if you guys are going, like I don't know if there's something about the conversation in relationality to like where you guys found yourself and the necessity in being there is what I keep on seeing. You know, like I don't know why I feel like it's almost like I don't know why I keep on getting the fact that you and another person are like I keep on hearing like coincidentally somewhere instead of intentionally, or if there's something about that. Like I feel like that, like that's what I mean. Animal spirit guide. Yeah, especially with the ram energy, you know? Like I feel like it's almost like you having a conversation with someone in terms of like saying like if there's anywhere that you could be, where would that place be? Like almost like pie, like I keep on hearing like taking some kind of pie in the sky approach to something, you know? Yeah. One moment, just reading over. Yes, me. Kath, one card, highest priority, please. So we've got the Five of Cups in its upright. So I feel like I see you kind of like navigating a circumstance or situation. And like I keep on getting the same message around it to a certain extent, which is almost saying like the past is only helpful in the space by which we refer to it to be able to do something better, is what I keep on seeing. You know, and that's why I feel like there's something important in relationality to that. And as it relates to harboring, and I don't know, I feel like it's almost like, yeah, like, I want to be clear on this, you know, apologies don't come with conditions attached to them. And we don't press on our apologies, which is like the gift of an apology is the reason an apology isn't a gift is because what another person chooses to do with it is their own, like that is their own determination point. So it almost feels like I almost feel like it's like that situation by which like if someone is like never does an apology feel like it's false, that when you articulate your wish and another person continues to push against it is what I keep on saying, right? Because we don't insist on an apology, right? It's like the apology that comes towards us, we're respective of it. And we don't say, you know, and I keep hearing like somebody being like, give me a chance to apologize, being like, apologies don't require chances. It's this, like I keep on hearing like, it's literally somebody saying, give me another chance to apologize. And I'm hearing, which is the space of someone saying like, that's not an apology, is what I keep on hearing. You could just apologize, is what I keep on hearing. Like even I keep on hearing like someone who even in the space by which they apologize are blowing the apology because they're not just straight up apologizing. They're trying to articulate an opportunity of saying if you like I'll apologize if like and being like there's no that isn't an apology is what I keep on hearing. Animal spirit guide. Yeah, especially with the dog energy, right? Like often I keep on hearing it's not courteous to insist, right? The space by which we appreciate one another is the space by which we respect each other's wishes. So I feel like it's almost like I keep wondering if someone's not respecting your wishes, you don't need to talk to them, you know? Like I keep wondering, it's like you don't need to, like you don't like that, like often energy will be like, why are you being rude? And I keep on hearing it's rude to insist. So just be mindful of that. Thank you, dear. You know, I feel like, and I don't know why that's coming up for you so much, but I feel like it's there, you know? Okay. You're so welcome, dear. All right, I'm going to continue right now. If there's anybody else, If there are any other subscribers who have not had, oh, I know we are almost, oh, we got to 50K. I didn't say almost, I see that we got there. Thank you, Ava. Okay, great. So we are at, and thank you, Dino, for the follow. So we did get to our 50K milestone. Congratulations. Thank you, guys. So we're going to give a reading back to the collective. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to think of a number. Whoever wins it, well, that will be available for tomorrow's reading list. I am thinking of a number right now between 1 and 39. First person I see that posts the number will get the reading. First person I see, not the first person that posts it. Sometimes I see things in a different order than you guys post them. Congratulations, Queen, you got it. All right, wonderful, Queen. That will be available for you the next time we are live. Congratulations. Okay, and final call right now. Final call right now for any of my subscribers. Pardon me. Final call right now for any of my subscribers who have not had a card pulled yet today. And anybody who would like to become a subscriber. Just a reminder, we will be back on tomorrow so Queen, that'll be available tomorrow. We're going to be back on tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern. 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. If you would like to be notified as to when I've gone live, all you need to do is head over to my profile. There's a bell there. Activating that bell will turn on the notifications. I've got you, Susie. 1 second. Susie, 1 card, please. Next steps. Again, we never look, so just to pause, Susie, we never look to the cards to give us directions. We look towards them to help us make determinations. So in relationality to advice in terms of making those determinations for yourself, I feel like there's something important. I feel like this is you not being so hard on yourself in relationality to how you're trying to do something. You know? I feel like there's I keep on hearing don't let despair set in. I keep on hearing make sure that you're bringing hope. Make sure that you're making decisions based upon hope is what I keep on getting. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, especially with the Knight of Cups in its bottom of the deck. I feel like there's something, it feels like there's something really important there to recognize, particularly in relationality to, I feel like it's having a productive conversation with someone is what I keep on seeing. You know, I don't know why. I feel like there's almost some kind of situation here where, I don't know. It almost feels like somebody owes you. It almost feels like something about somebody owing you an explanation on something. Is what I keep on seeing. You know, did somebody give you a really I feel like it's. I need to point this out. You know, and this is why we always having subjective opinions about things often can sometimes lead us energetically astray because I keep on hearing it's almost like a conversation with another person in relationality to I keep on hearing the conversation that you have with someone versus how they feel about something versus what actually happened is what I keep on getting. Animal spirit guide. Yeah, I keep on hearing the salmon card. Especially with the salmon card, I feel I keep on hearing, we take, I keep on hearing we don't make choices because they serve the self. We make the choice that feels like it's best for those around the self. So I feel like there's something important about that, particularly and especially in making, I feel like it's like almost like I feel like you having a conversation with someone saying like, look, I can't I can't do something for you, but here are the energetic tools to get you where you need to go, right? Like it's saying to me like that's how we help each other, right? Like we don't say do this for me. We say, can you help me with this? So I feel like there's something about you helping another person through that process in relationality to, I keep on hearing I keep on hearing like giving them, like I keep on hearing like giving them the positive encouragement to be able to articulate upon what it is they're trying to do in the best way. Hi there. No, this is not the collective. We're actually just we're doing personals today and one card readings. How are you doing, G? All right, my friends, final call for any of my subscribers. I just want to make sure I haven't missed a subscriber card. Oh, BP, I got you. One card, please. Whoop. General. This card does not want to stay in the deck today. This feels like you should make the introduction. I feel like there's something about this, like it doesn't hurt to ask, is what I keep on seeing. So I feel like there's something significant and important about like I keep on hearing like you talking to another person in relationality to like introducing I keep hearing it never hurts to introduce yourself is what I keep on hearing. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, especially with the Queen of Wands in its reversal. I feel like there's something about that. Like I feel like you're learning how to be more confident in yourself or finding that ability to like articulate, like I feel like this is like you working through your confidence here. So I feel like don't be like I keep on hearing energy that's secure sees confidence for what it is. Yeah, especially with the seal energy, right? Like I keep on hearing confidence, like confidence is its own form of protection to a certain extent because if another person sees us confident and then they feel like we're putting on airs, like that often speaks towards another's insecurities is what I keep on seeing. So I feel like I feel like this is you kind of like working on something in relationality to like not being afraid to introduce yourself or kind of working into the space by which you're getting better at speaking about like being proud of the things that you do and how you do them is what I keep on seeing. Oh, are you, Susie? That's interesting given that reading. Okay. Aiden, these are one card readings for subscribers. So if you'd like to become a subscriber, I'm happy to pull a card for you. But these are specifically for the subscribers. My friends, final call for any of my subscribers who would like a card pulled today. I want to thank you guys for being here. We will be back on tomorrow to do our standard energetic update. If you would like to be notified when I've gone live, you can go ahead and head over to my profile. There's a bell there. Activating the bell will turn on notifications. You can also register directly for the event tomorrow by signing up for the event. We will be back on. If you became a subscriber today, please message me. Hit the orange icon, and send me a disco gift. And I'll be happy to send you an invite to our subscriber-only disco. If you would like to have a subscription, if you would like to have a coupon code sent to you for our class program, just message me the word class. If you would like to have information sent to you about our trip scheduled for August, send me the word trip. I want to thank you guys so much for being here today, and sharing in these messages. Huge thank you to my followers, old and new. Thank you for being here and spending some time with us today here. Huge thank you to my subscribers. Your ongoing support means the absolute world to me. And the biggest thank you to my mods. I hope you guys have an absolutely beautiful day. Please take care of yourselves. Please take care of one another. And we'll do this again tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.